right, here we are with the 2013 Lincoln MKZ. Adam is not with us today. He's filming his TV show again. So we've got John Hotchkis from Hotchkis Sports Suspension. How are you, John?
Matt, awesome to be here as usual. You know, we just talked about sports cars and racing, so we've just had a chance to drive this. Took a moment to get in the mode of, hey, wait a second, we're not driving a turbocharged Nissan or a Porsche or something, but we're driving a true luxury car.
It's still turbocharged?
It is, you're absolutely right. And all-wheel drive, 240 horsepower, and good gas mileage.
So yeah, the new 2013 Lincoln MKZ. This one has a few of the upgrades on it. Like you said, it's all-wheel drive. It has the 19-inch wheel upgrade package. This one has the 2-liter turbocharged EcoBoost engine. It's 240 horsepower, 270 pound-feet of torque. And it's not a bad car. Like, it's a pretty nice, everyday kind of luxury car. I mean, it's still, I know Lincoln's really trying to make some moves to establish themselves as the brand that I think they kind of once were. And they're getting there. They're getting a little bit closer. I know that they're going to be putting a lot more effort into a good product. This particular car is based off of the Ford Fusion. The Ford Fusion is a very good car. It's a very successful car for the Ford brand. So this is what we have here. In this particular configuration, this car will get 22 miles a gallon city, 31, but the real upsell for these is they have a hybrid version as well. So if you don't want the Ford Fusion hybrid and you want to upscale it a little bit, the MKZ hybrid will get 40 miles to the gallon, which is really kind of nice. Kind of a classic touch with the push button transmission buttons, right?
You know, we were talking about shifter. What car back in the day, it was a Dodge or Ram
that's
or
right.
something.
There's got to be what are the push button cars back in the day? But we know this is a good engine. We've seen this in a bunch of other cars in the Ford lineup.
Well, I was impressed. The car had good, again, turbocharged 4-cylinder, had good acceleration. Brakes were good on it. Transmission's fun. We put it in paddle shift, and we did a couple of great runs with that. But no, very nice engine, and I was impressed by the whole powertrain.
The transmission is a 6-speed automatic. Like you said, the paddle shifter's in a sport mode, and it doesn't downshift it really when you put it in sport mode. It feels like it's just tweaking the calibration a little bit with the ECU, probably throttle mapping a little bit. Gives it a little bit of a peppiness to it. So I think for somebody that's in the market for a car like this, you can kind of feel it. It's kind of fun, but it's certainly not as aggressive as something a little more sporty. You know, some of the other cars out there, like a Lexus F-Series type
What's
car.
cool, Matt, is that look at this car. It's a big car. It's just 4 people very comfortably. You could certainly do a road trip in it, but it has a small enough engine where you can get good gas mileage.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're making enough power and torque on a smaller motor. You can get great gas mileage in a bigger car, so you don't have to have a really thirsty engine in one.
Now, one thing that Lincoln has been trying to do, which I think is kind of neat, is they've been trying to step up on the handling characteristics and make it a little bit sportier. But how do you do that without losing what you expect from a Lincoln, that comfortable ride? And this is pretty good. They're getting a pretty good balance of being able to get in the car, have it be comfortable, and go, you know, I can get in this car and do a long road trip. But when I do have to cut through the canyons to get here, you know, it doesn't lose some of the excitement. You can still do it and have some fun with it.
Seats are supportive, the wheel's in the right place. It definitely makes sense. So it was as a first impression, it was fun to drive.
Let's fire it up. I don't know how much there is to hear. The turbo keeps it quiet, and you know, look, it's a Lincoln. It's not going to have.
Talking about hearing, you know, the stereo is pretty awesome, and with that sync system works well and easy to connect the phone, so that's a good thing.
And I'm getting spoiled by all these cars with the heated and cool seats.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Engine's on. It tells me that. It tells me the door's open. It tells me a lot of things.
Sound of power.
It sounds better than I thought it was. I thought the turbo would really kind of muffle it up, but that's pretty much it. So this car, the Lincoln MKZ, starts at about $37,000, and this one with the all-wheel drive upgrade and the 19-inch wheels is right around $45,000. I kind of feel like this is a lot of car for $45,000.
And look at the statement. I mean, look at these big wheels, nice tires, Michelin tires. The styling is pretty right on. So that when you drive in, no one knows you're with a small 4-cylinder, it's getting great gas mileage. You're in a Lincoln. This has a real presence to it.
The active suspension makes it pretty comfortable. Maybe that's something you guys can go and tweak up a little bit. At
Exactly. We can make it a little more sporty.
Just, yeah, that's it, right? You just got to be a way to start doing that just electronically. That's got to be the future of some of the new cars.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Well,
all controlled by computer.
John, thanks for coming out and being with me in this video. Let's throw out your website again for people to find out what you guys are up to.
It's easy. It's just hotchkis.net, HOTCHKIS.net. And Matt, again, thank you. And hey, fun driving the Lincoln.
Thanks a lot for coming by.
Cool.
So until next time, I'm Matt D'Andrea. This is John Hotchkis. Keep the air in the spare and the bag in the wheel.